Hey everybody, it's John here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are back in Nukem Forever, finding all the ego boosts today in the I Am All That Is Man achievement. The first one is in the first level, Duke Lives, and it is to win a game of pool. And the cool thing is you don't have to hit the balls in any order, you just need to sink all the balls, and take you a couple tries, but eventually you'll get it, and you should get the ego boost. And what ego boost is it's actually your health in this game, so this will help out if you're doing an insanity run later. But the second one is you want to go in the bathroom and then admire yourself in the mirror. Duke will say one of his classic one-liners. Then we're gonna go into here and then take a piss. I don't know how this is an ego boost, but you know, use your imagination. Alright, so moving on to this level. Damn, it's late. This is the Talkshow level. First one is to make some popcorn. I have no idea how this is an ego boost, but you know, just do it. And I'm having trouble grabbing the popcorn. Just want to put it in the microwave, close it, and then you have to wait. And it should finish popping, and this also counts as a food item in case you're going for the Noms achievement. Alright, and this one is story-based, but when you enter the backstage area, this little kid's gonna ask for your autograph, and you can draw something for him. And then he'll walk away and give you an ego boost. Alright, moving on to the Duke Cave. There is a ton in here. You want to grab a dumbbell and then curl it. That'll count as one. And then you want to head over to the bench and then put some weights on it. And if you're having trouble finding the last weight, it's actually over here on this chair right here, and just put it on the other side. You have to make sure it's even, or else Duke will say it's dangerous. You know, he's giving us lessons in weightlifting. And then you just want to do this little quick time event to get an ego boost. Alright, we're gonna put that down, and then what you want to do is you want to hit the punching bag, and then hit the speed bag, and then we are going to shoot the basketball. This is actually pretty hard, it takes a while, but you'll get it with practice. This is another one that requires a bit of practice. It is to use the pinball. We're going to use the same trick it took to get the Balls of Steel achievement, where you use the tilt and just spam the left side wall right there. And here is the Lady Killer level. This is the slot machine. It might take you a couple tries to win a game of slots, but you'll get it done. And keep in mind there will be pigs in the background, so you know you have to fight them while you play, but you'll get it eventually. Moving on to Vegas in Ruin. This is our first boss fight. You just have to defeat the Battle Lord, and once he goes down, you should get an ego boost. Moving on to the Duke Dome. This is after we get out of the container. You want to head into this little office right here. Just head around and then towards the back. And then we're going to climb up this ladder. And then jump in, and you want to head over to this photocopier and make a copy. Moving on to the level of the Hive, we're going to have to slap these things on the wall. And of course I have to censor that out. And moving on to the Alien Queen boss fight, you just want to defeat her. You get an ego boost for defeating pretty much any boss in the game, which is pretty cool. And yeah, you also get an achievement for beating every boss, so you get double the achievements. Moving on to the strip club level. The first one is in that VIP area. Want to hit 4768 to open up the office. And then you want to grab this tape right here, and then pop it in the Duke Ray player. And then watch some porn. And of course I'm going to censor that out for all the kiddies out there. Alright, moving on to the restrooms. Once you go into here, you want to go into this stall, and then there will be this glory hole right here. You know, enough said. And okay, and then you have to go out to the main floor, and then wait for the stripper to come out, and then you need to request a special dance. And you can play the game yourself if you really need to watch this, but whatever. Okay, so she's gonna come up to you. You just gotta hit X when prompted to, and yeah, and then you get an ego boost. Alright, moving on to the game room, and you're gonna have to go in here. You have to play some video poker. This is actually pretty easy. You just have to win a hand. It could be a low thing like jacks or better, but you know, doesn't matter. Alright, moving on to the back part of the game room. You just need to win a round of air hockey with this, but if you sweep him 7-0, you'll get another achievement. That is Air Duke, and we've done a video for that. And this is another game. It's Alien Abortion. It's like whack-a-mole. You just got to score high. Actually, you just got to complete a game, I believe. Right, moving on to the level, the crash course is when you make that jump. You need to grab a frisbee and then just throw it. And the cool thing is, all those frisbees have all the developers of the game. So like 3D Realms and Triptych is there, and a bunch of other stuff. Alright, this is the Duke Burger. This requires some explaining. As soon as you start the level, instead of going the regular way, what you want to do is you want to do a 180-degree turn and then head this way. And then there'll be these alien bombs here, but you just want to keep heading to the back into this secret sort of area, and then you want to head into the closet, and then there'll be a cigar on this shelf right here, and you want to smoke it, and that'll give you an ego boost. Moving on, this is when you're in the bathroom. What you want to do is you want to open the first stall on your left, and then there'll be this porn magazine on here. And moving on to the Mighty Foot, this is when you run out of gas for the first time. You want to stay to the left, and then there will be these binoculars over here, and you just want to look at it. And then you can see some sharks there or whatever, you know. And then we're going to go head back, and across the street is this little sort of office area, and you want to break in. And yeah, you need to break open this padlock here, then jump on these big spools of wire, and then hop up onto the roof, and then break open the sunroof, and then the ego boost will be turning on this monitor right here. And I'm having a little bit of trouble. You just want to click the keyboard, because I turn my monitor on from my keyboard all the time. Okay, moving on to Ghost Town. This is when you run out of gas for the second time, I believe. The ego boost will be in this church. It is another porn magazine that unfortunately I need to censor, because, you know, gotta protect the innocent YouTubers out there. Okay, moving on to the damn top level. This is when you reach the bus. Right before the boss fight, there will be this paper airplane. You just want to throw it. And speaking about the boss, all you have to do is defeat him and you'll get another one. Moving on to the shrunk machine. This is after the room where you get the freeze ray. You want to head into the room with the double doors and then look at this calendar right here. And if you look at every page, you'll get another achievement for that. I think it's I need a date or something. Alright, moving on to the fork stop level. This is, I think this is part 2. You go into this room and there will be in this other shelf with another porno magazine. Moving on to the generator room. This is after you defeat the Octa King. And then that'll give you another ego boost. And the last one is in the very last level, blowing the dam. It's when you defeat the energy leech. And yeah, that was a nice, fun adventure. There's the achievement for beating the leech. You don't need to see that. It's story based. And here is I Am All That's Man for 40 gamer score. And that's a lot of gamer score. And that's all there is to it.